the next while you're into an amazing treat over the next hour, as we have a cracking lineup of speakers for you to close out the John McCarthy Summer School over the next hour. So Sohini Day is the founder of MPEL, which is a multi-award-winning digital health company providing data-driven, clinically-led health and well-being solutions in a gamified way. MPEL is your AI-driven 24/7 health coach, focused on prevention and management of chronic conditions, and they scooped the top prize of the Trinity new AI Accelerator this year. So congratulations to the team. Sohini set up the company 3.5 years ago after 22 successful years working in a global equity investments, specializing in sustainable and environmental equities, including investing in health and well-being. As a result, she's able to combine her health and business acumen to identify problems and provide effective solutions. MPEL is an Enterprise Ireland high potential startup operating internationally with a long-term vision of transforming and optimizing health and well-being in the community. I've known Sohini for over 5 years as I was her EI mentor, and it's been great watching the journey building out as the product and they get some more customer traction. So look, without any further ado, let me welcome Sohini, and I'll hand over the stage, and it's great to have you here in Kerry in the RDI Hub. Welcome, Sohini.
Thank you very much, Liam. Thank you very much for the introduction for MPEL and myself, and it's great to be back here, particularly see you again. You've seen the whole journey, so thanks. Hello, everyone. I am Sohini Day, founder and CEO of MPEL. MPEL is an AI-driven digital health company. First of all, thanks to RDI Hub and everyone here involved in the John McCarthy AI Summer School. I'm really, really honoured to be here. But before I start, I have to say I am a person of science and business, not of deep tech at all. So you've been hearing all these stalwarts here for the last 2 days. So what I will say today will be from my own perspective. For the next 15 minutes, I will take you through the problems we are trying to solve, how we are solving them, how we want to solve them in the future, and who are in our team to execute on that. So, chronic health conditions cost 300 billion every year globally in productivity loss and medical costs, as it impacts 69% of workforce. 75% of healthcare costs are spent on chronic conditions, that too on acute and emergency care. So if it is affecting organizations, its employees, health services, insurance companies, who, by the way, are spending 60% of premium on preventable chronic conditions. As a result, globally, there is an increasing awareness to move from acute care to patient-centric preventative and self-care model. MPEL is an AI-driven digital health company helping these stakeholders gain back those losses by making users healthier. Nutrition, lifestyle, and behavior change forms a big part of prevention and management of chronic disease, as we all know. But it is one of the most difficult things to implement. It needs continuous individual support from clinicians and coaches, which is not always possible, and it is also very, very expensive. So, without the continuous support, individuals are confused and frustrated, which limits acute health outcomes. Last week, one of my friends got diagnosed with gout. The doctor said it needs diet and lifestyle change. Upon inquiring how that can be achieved, the doctor, first of all, gave some generic leaflets, but also it couldn't help him with any further answers. So my friend, like many other people in similar situation, will have to now figure it out and follow those changes himself, which has high chance of failure. Now, remote patient monitoring for medical markers and decision support systems for clinicians on the medical side for chronic disease is quite well established. But our market research established that there is a lack of solution which takes into account the medical side and also caters to the nutrition, lifestyle, and behavior change. By remote monitoring of all those lifestyle and well-being markers, along with a decision support system for timely interventions, can have effective health outcomes. So enter MPEAL, your AI-driven 24/7 health coach. MPEAL app helps users improve their physical and mental health through data-driven, clinician-led programs encompassing nutrition, movement, sleep, stress management, along with behavioral support. MPEAL gathers medical, nutrition, lifestyle, behavior, goals, constraints, all these data through interactive assessments or questionnaires, wearable integration, nutrition software, and other third-party software, because we have built an open platform. The user profiles are then run through unique algorithms to deliver one-to-one or group health and well-being solutions to the users. The analytics is then fed back to the users, clinicians, and other stakeholders with their respective defined level of data privacy for effective decision-making. We use our proprietary solution, Predictive AI Recommender Engine, which we call PAIR, for personalization, scaling, predictive modeling, and early warning signaling. Early searches are showing patentability of PAIR, and so we are actually in the process of applying for it. So PAIR is a disruptive solution, and our first version was built with Adapt Center. And we developed the current roadmap during our Alcestor accelerator, which is run by Altada Technologies and Trinity Tangent. So I'm actually particularly happy to see a lot of our collaborators in this conference. We are continuing to collaborate with the best AI capabilities for the future build too. So PAIR gathers static, dynamic data from users and provide them with personalized solutions in a gamified way, along with clinician and coach interactions, but also social interactions like support groups. It learns from users' data dynamically to provide better suggestions and timely interventions. Let me give you an example. So say I have some health goals and my nutritionist, one of the many coaches I'm accessing, has given me a few guidelines to follow, out of which one is sticking to 5 grams of sugar per day, and gave me meal ideas accordingly. I record my daily food intake on MPEAL. After some time, MPEAL should be able to look at my food intake history, replicate meal ideas, which I have had often, and stuck to the 5-gram sugar limit, while avoiding the ones where I didn't. It will also look at those ingredients and find different sets of recipe ideas from recipe banks. The logic is basically, if I have those particular meals, probably I like them or they are convenient for me. So giving me ideas around them means there is a higher chance of me sticking with it than giving up after some time. The benefit of this is behavior change fails because most of the time we take up too much on ourselves, and at the same time, which is not sustainable, and we get overwhelmed and we leave it. So MPEAL looks at your existing habits, keeps the good ones, and try to suggest more of those and cut down on the ones which are not so good for you. You know, no point asking somebody to eat broccoli if they hate it. It'll never be done. But they might like cauliflower, so suggesting that will mean that there's a higher probability of success. So where are we going with our solution? PAIR is to have 2 layers of data-driven AI-assisted solution. First, it matches, suggests, and connects users with clinicians and programs, followed by continuous monitoring of the data, fed back to both users and clinicians for effective recommendations. Also, as I said, PAIR learns from the user's data continuously, and there's continuous refinement. So for future build of PAIR, we will aim for scaling using AI, assist clinicians for better decision-making, most importantly, assist users with health outcomes based on their own history and similar population modeling. and develop solutions in multiple therapeutic areas. Because one thing we are hearing from our clients and our collaborators regarding MPEL's USP is that MPEL is one of the most customizable platforms which helps to cater multiple therapeutic areas. That's why we want to work with as many clinical teams as possible. Future build of our big data, I probably need to move, will aim for not only refining early warning signaling, predictive modeling, but also this data over time can be further used to build predictive modeling for the likes of health services to understand future health needs, insurance companies to build actuarial models, their risk return allocations, and many more. This can help in reduction of cost of healthcare and insurance payout driven by prevention and effective chronic disease management. However, we are aware of the ethical implications of developing AI solutions. So we are designing a solution always keeping human in the loop. Our focus is to build PAIR as a bias-free system. So who are responsible for executing this? I found MPEL after 22 successful years in global equity investments. I specialized in sustainable equities, environmental strategies, including investing in health and well-being. Aravinda, my co-founder, has 26 years of experience in IT managing globally distributed teams and commercializing innovative insurance products. We are supported by an agile and enthusiastic team in Ireland and in India. We have significant global partnerships along with an active and experienced senior advisory team. We are a mix of years of industry experience and young technology enthusiasts. We are like data scientists, data analysts who are really, really smart people. And the good news is we are actually currently hiring for various roles. So what's in store for MPEL as a company? MPEL has traction with both government and private sector clients at the moment. We have forged commercial partnerships with large HR service provider and hospital group. We also have strategic partnership in the AI space. We are currently raising equity funding, and thankfully our first signed term sheet was received last week. For this round. And this round's funding will be mainly spent on AI development, patent and certification, business development, and customer success. COVID-19 brought health and digitization to the forefront of everyone's mind. United Nations Sustainable Development Goals under Agenda 2030 underpins the same. And as I said, although medical remote patient monitoring and decision support systems are well developed, solutions which integrate medical considerations along with lifestyle interventions will be in demand for the foreseeable future. So MPEL is in the right place at the right time and ready to scale a well-being business which makes money. Thank you so much.
Great. Thanks, Sohini. That was amazing.